Hi guys, welcome into another edition of the Complete Angler. I'm Joe Long.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm GC Brooks.
He is known as...
I'm known as not the bluegill assassin.
And today we're going to talk about the day he became the
Gotta get the
bluegill
in there.
assassin. So, we got up really early that day. It was the day our cousin got married. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Our cousin Brittany was getting married. We got up super early. I had the day off work because I'd taken it off to go to the wedding. I said, JC, we're going fishing tomorrow. He's like, okay, what time? And I'm like, super early. And he's like, okay.
It's like, crap.
So we go out to the pond.
No. Before you go any farther, I want to say this. So, this guy does drink pop, but he absolutely hates Mountain Dew. We're not dissing Mountain Dew here, but he's not a fan of it. And so, I walked into his house. He let me into the house. He goes straight back to the kitchen, and I see not one, but two cans of Mountain Dew open, and he's drinking them. So I knew then that this is probably going to be
I had to get some juice in me.
That's a shocker right there.
I didn't have time for coffee, so I had to have a little caffeine running through the veins.
That's when you see someone that doesn't like Mountain Dew drinking Mountain Dew, you know that this is going to be something. It's something's going to happen. So
we were primarily going to go out catfishing. We had taken, remember, the liver and we had worms, we had liver, we had hot dogs, we had garlic salt. I mean, we were loaded for bear. Well, we didn't catch a single catfish. But JC starts bluegilling over in this little side bay, which is a really good place for bluegill and bass. And I go on the other side, and I'm fishing for bass. And all of a sudden, I get screaming, I guess, I don't know, excited JC, which doesn't happen every day.
And, oh my god.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at this! So I come around the corner, and he's holding the fish. And it was the biggest bluegill I'd ever seen. Well, he throws it back in after we weigh it and measure it. And I think it was like 0.81.
I forget.
And then, they were all 10 or 11 inches. He got 3 fish that were 3 of the biggest bluegill I've ever seen. And I think I might have a picture. You can keep talking while I'm...
Mainly, whenever... In a previous video, I said that the first time I ever went fishing, the first time I ever caught it, don't show that yet. Whenever I first ever caught a fish, that you throw it, I wanted to throw the rod and reel in. This one, whenever I first caught it, whenever it first bit that hook and I pulled up, it jerked and it almost knocked the reel and rod out of my hands. That's when I knew that it's either I've got Godzilla, I've got a huge bass. I didn't even think about a bluegill at that point. Then, is that the one?
That's one.
That is,
look how big this is it. That's your hand. I mean, it's like twice the size of your hand.
Yeah, show it.
Alright, this is what he became.
Oh, whoa.
The bluegill assassin.
Here, I can get it a little closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you can't really see it, but yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. I can see it good on there. So, he got 3 of these huge fish, and unfortunately, that's the only picture I still have. I think he has some on one of his other phones or something, but you get the idea. They were all 10, 11 inches.
Mm-hmm.
They were, what was it, 0.81, I know.
0.81, 0.76, and another one that was 0.7 something.
I mean, they were all big. And it was just an epic day on the water. You know, when you catch a personal best fish, no matter what species.
No. You got it all wrong. When you catch 3, you catch the smallest one. Okay, that's a pretty darn good day. Minutes later, not hours later, minutes later, you catch another one. Bigger yet. Okay.
2 personal bests.
2 personal bests in one day. Minutes later, what happens?
The biggest.
The biggest happens. 3 personal bests. In less than, what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes maybe, because we weighed them and measured them.
Okay, yeah,
so.
you're right, but...
It was like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, where is he getting these? And we looked at my records, because I keep very detailed records from 35 years of fishing. Well, probably not a whole lot from the first years, but pictures. But at least one of his was bigger than all of my bluegill I've ever caught. And I've caught probably thousands of bluegill.
And I've maybe caught
50?
50 to 100.
Yeah. So, it was a heck of a day for him. And, you know, I think he kind of caught the bug that day. Not only did he become the bluegill assassin, but he became a very serious angler. Before, he was just kind of, yeah, let's try it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
A fisherman. When you go from a fisherman to angler, most people think that's the same thing to me. It's 2 different things. Fisherman's someone that buys a rod and just goes out and tries something. An angler is the guy who's serious. He knows things, he's caught things, he's seen things, he's done things. It's a different thing.
And another thing is that I may be known as a bluegill assassin. He may be known as the bass assassin. We may have the worm king and stuff like that. And I'm actually hoping that the king, the bass assassin, and the bluegill assassin will actually finally join forces on one of these episodes.
Yes.
And
That would be nice.
That's going to be an epic video, but...
One of the things we're going to do, and I don't really talk a lot about it now, because this is JC's, you know, this is JC's video, this is of his big thing, but we want to bring in different anglers, and every angler I fish with has a nickname. And
a different story to tell.
And stories to tell, yeah, for sure. So, we're going to bring in some new guys this year, and I think we're going to have an epic year. And I say epic year, I don't throw that out lightly. I think we've done more preparation, research, more work. You know, you put in the work.
I mean, for me, bluegill assassination... I can't say fishing because it's more than fishing to me now. I've got a title, which means that's a standard and you have to hold up to it. Just like he has to hold up to catch some big bass after last year. But we got a video coming about that here.
Yeah,
we got another video about that.
That'll be pretty epic too.
So the off season is a time for preparation. Almost exploring in a way. That's when you can go to different lakes or ponds or creeks or whatever and just kind of see what it's like. You can't fish but it's just kind of scouting. I couldn't think of scouting. Yeah. I couldn't think of the word.
If you're hunting, you call it scouting. That's exactly.
But then mapping and stuff like that, getting hooks ready. This is the perfect time. You're getting closer to spring. You're getting closer to summer. Fish for us.
We're 60 days out probably. In all honesty.
To fishing? That's a shocker. See, that's a shocker to me.
I mean, we could have an early spring, but we're kind of beginning of February, and March is normally horrible, and April's not normally super good.
Yeah, so 60, 90 days, give or take. But
hopefully less. Hopefully 30 days.
Oh, screw it, why not? You know what, I'll shoot for the moon, see what happens tomorrow.
That'd be nice.
It won't happen.
We got ice. This morning we had freezing rain. We had ice everywhere, and then it turned to snow. It's hard to think about fishing, but that's like all I do. I just think about fishing. So, any more on your story of your epic adventure?
Yeah, actually I do. One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
On a video that we never did post just because it's where we went fishing, it's our honey hole. I'm not going to give the location, the name of the pond or anything, because if I do, I know that after the video I'm going to have 2 black eyes and everything, or probably that too.
The angler mafia would catch you.
Yeah, I'd be SOL, but what we did on our way there is we videoed, and he had garlic salt.
Mm-hmm.
he pulled it out, and I'm like, what the is that? When I was shaking my head in the video, like, oh Jesus, you know. But that's what I put. Whenever I caught them 3 big
Dip the
bluegill,
worm in it.
I smothered them. I literally just put the container to one side, put the worms clear to the bottom, just covered them up. I mean,
there's all kinds of stuff out there. I've learned a lot of things. My grandpa was a great angler, and basically, when we call the show the Complete Angler, I'm not the complete angler.
I'm definitely not.
I don't think he is yet. My grandpa was, and he could catch any fish on any body of water. I mean, he was a great angler, and he give me a lot of tips and
pointers and
yeah. So, all right. Anything else? It was a heck of a day, and even an experienced angler can learn.
Wait, one more thing. This is completely it. That morning, as soon as we got to the pond, walking down the hill, girlfriend texts us. She asked what I'm doing. She says morning, stuff like that, but she asked what I'm doing. Well, I'm getting ready to go fishing. She says, quote, "You're not going to catch a thing." Well, I can't say the other word that's in between another and thing, but you get the point. Let's just say after I caught them 3 fish, I may have showed off a little bit and
sent some pics out.
And babe, if you ever watch this, I told you so.
And if you do watch it, thanks for getting him going, because when you tell JC he can't do something,
oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Take a kid fishing.
Because
you never know when that kid might become the bluegill assassin.
Good luck, because I might have competition now. Thanks.